Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and you're back with Transport Fever Mainline, and we're here at Atlantis simply because I'm hoping to see one of the little tykes that we set in motion last time around. Thank you very much. Train should be replaced. Warning signal item thingamajig. That should come swinging into view. Well, it's already started swinging into view now. Largely, all of this commentary is redundant, and you can see for yourself that the magic is already occurring. Atlantis, one of the bigger stations that we've got going on. Certainly one of the more popular in terms of the amount of traffic coming through. But here we go. Here comes one of these little fellas, probably hauling some construction materials if it knows what's good for it. Let's have a quick look. There you go, 72 of 72. Magnifique. Right, well, there is some more waiting here. If we turn on turn all of that off, there we go, and then we can kind of see the overhead skyline of what's currently occurring. Now we could probably dial up the amount of goods that we're taking here. So this is the LexCorp line. We've got 200 and some odd waiting, and obviously with every new train that comes in, that number's just going to go up even further. You'll see also that the Widdershins Hopper has got a bunch of stuff waiting for it. The Spinwood Hopper's got some stuff waiting. All in all, it's going reasonably well. We'll take a look at the Profitron before we get into the main adventure for today. Meanwhile, the coal train's coming in. Tell me something good. You're not telling me anything good there. What you're telling me is that you're a waste of everybody's time, aren't you? Yeah, just a big waste of everyone's time. You could be bringing some coal, but are you? No, you're ruddy not. What's going on down here at the coal station? There is some wait. There's 14 waiting. Okay, maybe I caught it at an off moment. Right, let's get this chap replaced. Get this chap replaced on the Asgard Gallifrey line, which is what it's currently on. Is it really? It's going to Chome. Right, vehicles. What do we run on this? Oh, this is the complicated let's crash everything route. Right, okay, locomotives, no problem at all. Electric. Down here, we're running the Freightliners. We're running double headers on there at the moment. I'm going to change that. I'm going to make it run a single header only. Not because the double headers aren't working, but because I suspect I'm losing a bit of money there. You are still on the move. Thank you. Right, put some freight wagons on this. Be sure to choose the ones that don't crash the game. That's a good thing to do. Right, we'll go with. Everyone complained about me not putting the Doppelstock front on that. There you go. And then we'll have a couple of Doppelstock middles. What are we? Hang on, just double check yourself. What are we running here? 2, 4, 5, 6 in total. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 4. Yeah. 5. Good. 6 in total. And then you're going to want some hopper type deal kind of situation going on there as well. And we're currently running 2, which no, we're not. We're running 9. Oh, no, so I was going to say 2, really. No, we're running 9 of those. Okay, right, fine. We'll fling them on, and then we'll get to work. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There you go. Switch that on, and then you can replace yourself when you reach your next destination. So yes, last time around we replaced the station at Hogsmeade, which I will find anytime soon. And of course, I've not checked this bit already, but it's going to be working perfectly, because of course it is. It now has more space than it knows what to do with. Anyway, today we're going to do another bit of station upgrading, and possibly, if I can bring myself to do it, we will turn our attention to liquid material transport. How very thrilling. Right then, before we do any of that, let's have a look and see what's flashing. Wayland Yutani would like a little bit more action. Now, one of the things that I'm going to do soonish, probably not today, but soonish, is we're going to visit all of the truck pickups at stations to make sure that they're largely empty. Because that will in itself ensure that there is a certain amount of smooth flow of materials that are being shipped around, and that should help alleviate bottlenecks. In fact, every time you add one truck to a truck stop that is currently queuing a lot of materials, you make a big difference to the network overall. Everything now impacts on everything else, which is quite exciting. So it's a question of what do we change? What do you twist in order to make everything else? I did a little twisting action there. You didn't see it, but I did it. What lever do you pull in order to make a big difference to somewhere else? Right, let's have a quick look at the money and then we'll get to work. So it is the year 2345, because of course it is. We bought 9 million quid's worth of vehicles last year and made 62.9 in profit. Can't argue with that. I'd quite like to push the profit over 500 million a year. The income over the profit over 500 million a year would be lovely. But push the income over 500 million would be nice. And to be honest, we'll get there automatically. I don't really need to do very much for it for that to kind of level up. Let's have a look at the individual lines. I'll do all the charts for you today. Freight, Spinwood, boxcars. Yeah, we knew about this already. The boxcar lines, neither of them are doing well, which is odd given the sheer volume of goods that are waiting to be set out on that line. So that needs some poking, and I will poke it in due course. Widdershin's lumber is also losing a bit. Below 10 million is, well, it's okay, I suppose. Spinwood hopper is losing some, but actually it's not doing quite so badly. And then the local route from Hill Valley to Moss Isley is not performing well at all. Okay, so that's clearly being cannibalised by something. So that needs a bit of a look. A couple of supply lines aren't doing very much. That's par for the course. But yeah, fundamentally it's my big goods routes that aren't doing much. Now, if we spin that around the other way, cross-country passengers are all making me a nice amount of cash. 3 routes generating over 10 million a year. 2 locals, Pleasant View, Hill Valley. You see, if you get a station that's underperforming at this stage of the game, it'll be because there is something else hitting that station that is likely to be interfering. Quite Pleasant is interior shipping is making a bit of cash. That's nice to see. And here's the number 1 truck route, and that's Wayne Enterprises to Hogsmeade. Seems to be being kept busy quite pleasantly. Okay, good show. But if you keep scrolling, see the split between profitable and unprofitable is about 50%. But the profitable lines really do carry their own. So the way we can do a quick test of that is how much is the bottom one in terms of losses, how much is it losing? So our bottom one here is 1.5 in terms of earning. In terms of losses, it's a third that much. So we're carrying the unprofitable routes, and they might be unprofitable in themselves, but they are of course driving profit elsewhere. Right then, let's head up to Mega City 1, because that's the next one on my to-do list. And here we are. Now the problem here is not immediately apparent, because it's largely tied into the goods routes that we've got going on, and the problem comes about with all of this single track merger. Now on every other station that we've got, we have double tracking going through there to keep things rolling at a fair old pace. But here, single track seems to be the order of the day. In fact, are we even still using it? Did you fix this already? No, I genuinely did not fix this already. And as you can see by the patchwork of colours that we've got running through there, yeah, how many? What have we got here? We've got 3 going that way, and then 2 going the other. That doesn't make sense. We should have a Spinwood and Widdershins going in each direction. And then what the heck is that red one? Hold on a moment. What's the red one in aid of? Well, if you were to click that, yes, and then scroll in, we're looking for the red one. The red one is local Atlantis to New York. What? That don't make it. We're miles away from either of those. What's it? What? What are you on about? That can't possibly be right. You must have multiple red service. There you go. Local mega city one to Sherma. Okay, no, that does make sense. Fine. Yes, of course, because it's using the inside line here. It's a passenger line. That's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. But then you've got a minimum of 5 lines that are trying to run through there, and that's going to break things, especially once I start adding fuel and oil onto that route as well, which is what we're talking about doing today. That's an interior going out to Moss Isley with a whole bunch of cattle on board. Good. What else have we got waiting here? An awful lot of lumber. We could up the tempo on lumber, and the entire network would be very pleased as a result. There is a lot of lumber waiting. If I turn these on, no, that's hello. Yes, if I turn that on and we glance around the horizon a little, look, lumber and steel is waiting for our attention. Lumber, steel, these are all things that get shipped by the same wagons, obviously. Well, there is that, isn't there? No, I'll tell you, I'm not going to use a Naffy's wagon in this, but I might be persuaded to set one route where I used some boxcars or something like that had some kind of universal pickup going on, just purely to act as a general clearer, to kind of keep freight moving, because otherwise you do end up, look at all this, that's a lot of good stuff, isn't it? You do end up hanging around with just keeping stuff waiting, but I think that rather goes against the spirit of everything that I've said that I'll do, so maybe I won't do that. Maybe not today. Right, I am going to buy one more train, and then we'll redevelop MCO. So who's got the most waiting? Freight, Widdershins, flat car, lumber. Oh, it's actually a bit of a toss-up. Could be either. Perhaps Sir would like to put one going in each direction. Sir might well want to do that. Interesting, the hopper unit is also waiting for logs and lumber and all of that. Intriguing. Not so intriguing that I'm actually going to look it up. Oh, the final chart I was going to show you, because I know you're interested. Let's look at the city sizes that we've got going on, and you can see that we've got 2 that have broken through the 2,000 mark now. Arkham and Gotham have really started to grow quite quickly, but nowhere near as quickly as Caprica. Look at it, it's hit 1,800 already. And that's going to be purely down to the volume of different stations that it now has access to from the routes that we've set up. So that's jolly good fun, isn't it? Yes, Colonel, it's jolly good fun. There you go, thank you. Right, now then, what's the consist we're running on here? In fact, we're already running 4 trains on there. Yeah, and? So, what do you want, a medal? No, I was just saying. Right, 18 wagons and an SD70. Easy peasy. Right, SD70. We're running Union Pacifics there for the main part, so we'll stick with that as a motif. I'm going to buy 2. I'm going to buy 1 going each way. We'll see if this is the same kind of principle as the fling an extra truck or 2 on something and fix it up. But instead, we're going to do it with trains and see if that helps. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 324. That doesn't seem right. 342. That doesn't seem right. 360. That seems right. That's the kind of length that I would usually employ. Right, you are going Spinwood. All right, so freight, yes. Spinwood, indeed. Flat car. Off your trundle. There you go. You're looking at the Widdershins. All right, okay, fine. All right, well, I'm buying one there as well anyway, so, don't be downhearted. In which case, that Union Pacific is going to stick out a little bit going in that direction, but we'll make up for it by having another livery going the other way. I think we've used the Norfolk Southern already. So maybe, I don't know, what do we like the looks of here? Well, Burlington Northern. I'm almost certain I've used that. Well, an EMD 75. It's got the same kind of grunt to it. Has it? Yes, it's got the same kind of grunt to it. All right, well, we'll bang a Santa Fe on there then. Right, okay, 18 of your, well, 360 capacity of your freight wagons, please. If Sir would be so kind. There you go. All right. Good. Right, set line, Widders. Freight, yes. Widders, yes. Flat, go. Right, okay, that's that sorted. Nice and quick, easy peasy, off you trot. Bosh, 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 job done. Good show. Everybody's happy. We're all celebrating. Shall we? Let's activate this and get a move in. And there we go. Now, at some point, I will run a freight train of suitable length to warrant multiple heading it. Exactly where it's going to run from and to, I do not know, but it will happen at some point, especially as we start to hit up some of those map interior routes that thus far we've only really tickled. Later on, we will do more than tickle them. We'll give them a jolly good ribbing. Right, okay, back to Mega City 1. Those two will bed in. That'll get a bit of stuff moving. It may have a dramatic effect on the prosperity of the entire map. Then again, it might not. Right, Mega City 1. Here we go. So, previously we have discussed routing it around the bend away from the city. And while that would work, I don't want to do that. Because running these things all along the same kind of parallel path, I think is far more fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and create a little bit more space here. That's going to break this bridge. I'm regretting having that thought go through my head. How else could we do it? We could get rid of these buildings and run round the outside here. Now that's probably going to be less painful than what it is that I'm actually considering. That said, having another platform or two at Mega City 1 wouldn't hurt. The issue is simply going to be, are you able to do it? Well, no one ever made a mess without first making a mistake. Right, I can't go any further than that. Now then, what are you going to try? Are you going to try and push the upgrade button? No. Oh, we're committing early today. Yeah, we really are. Okay, yeah, you should. Yeah, okay. All right then. Okay, straight. What's wrong with me? All right, straight into full commitment. Yeah, that's the stuff. Okay, well, we're doing this then. Fine, so be it. Now there will be some casualties coming up of the housing variety. But there we go. That's the space we get to play with. There's the bus stop, so we do want to line up something along those lines. And now, I'll tell you what it is. It's because I'm just a little bit overconfident based on the last upgrade I did going quite as easily as it did. This one is not going to go that easily. And I think I'm living in a fantasy land if I think anything other than that. Right, let's change the terminus design. Station building. Don't try and use flashy language if you're just going to use it wrong. I've gone for 9 tracks. Yeah. But you don't need 9 tracks though, do you? You only need 7 and then 2 passing tracks at the end. All right, well, we'll go 7 tracks then. No additionals required. And then at the end, now we'll probably need to do some poking around here until we get this right. What does that look like? That doesn't look like it's done anything at all. It doesn't, does it? Default. Okay. What about a PXXP? Okay, good. Right, wrong side. So B track. There you go. Right, that's left a bit of space at the end. And then we're going to try and slot, where did I say it? The bus stop's about there somewhere, isn't it? And then we're going to try and slot that in here. Now, on the face of it, that looks like it might work. I'm not sure what it's colliding with, but the bulldozer, whatever it is, will get it out of the way. But of course, that's not what we're measuring against in the slightest. We're going to need 360 metres of track, right? And then we're going to want it bendy. So let's put some curvature in here. Let's put some curvature in the opposite direction. All right. Okay. You're going to need a bit more curvature than that. Okay. All right. I can do that. Right. Is that right? Yeah. On an angles basis, you've nailed that. That's absolutely spot on. Now, if we keep pulling this way, now we might be avoiding the certain death of the buildings that are in the wrong place on that inside corner right now, but I haven't run any track down there yet. So you know, if they think, phew, we made it, they may be just being a bit premature. Right, too much slope, buildings will be removed, can't construct here, all of that. Yeah. Okay. All right, somewhere like that is about where we're aiming for. Not quite there. Let's dump all of this to give us a little bit. I don't want it snapping to anything right now. I've got the luxury to be able to reshape all of this junction. The one thing I need to bear in mind is not blocking my goods services while doing so. Yeah, let's kill all this as well. There is a train here somewhere. It's just going to have to... I don't want to delete back too far, that's the thing. Because if I delete back into the tunnel, that's going to be more complicated. Right, let's kill everything that is likely to be a casualty. They'll move back in if they're desperate enough. Right, that's all casualties removed. Now then, what about this lot? Would you like to reshape this bit of road? I think I probably will. But before we do so, let's see if we can't get the station in first. We'll go with urban new, please. Show station building, yes. Or make it a bit different and no. Make it a bit different. Say no, we're not going to do it. No, you don't get to see the station at all. So why bother selecting 1990? Because, right, we'll decrease the platform spacing, which I suspect is going to lead to a situation where I've removed rather a lot of stuff that I genuinely didn't need to. Now then, are we going to get multiple street connections on here? Oh, look at that. I've got all of the space in the world now. Oh, well, that's going to fit in there absolutely hunky-dory. Yeah, great. Okay, cool. Right, yeah, both. Give it all of it. And anything else you want to do while we're in the area? We could make it a bit longer. We could, but nothing else is longer. So that's, I mean, it's not really going to help you out by much. Right. Okay, so now all we're looking for is just a nice place for it to live. One building will be removed. Oh, I feel so sorry for them. No, I don't. Now, the issue is going to be, have I got space? No. Can we get a triple... yes, we can. Right, that will then give me easily enough space to get 2 in there, which is what we're after. Because the issue with it before was that by the time that I laid it out, there wasn't actually enough room for the track to go through there. So that led to a certain level of we'll make do with 1, it will be fine. We did try to make do with 1. It wasn't fine for long. All right, that looks about right. Anything you want to change? Anything at all? Going once, going twice, bulldozed. Right, okie dokie. Let's now sort this bit of land out here. I think we can make that look a little bit nicer. Now that bit I just got rid of there, that was fine. But I think we can make that look a little bit nicer. We've got a bus stop here. I think we can shut up. So we'll switch to medium, I think, and see if we can't improve our layout just a little. So what I'm going to try and do here is we'll take that off at a slight angle. We'll take it off at a slight angle this side and then join them up. And that way, when the game tries to calculate a bit of a curve, it takes into account that it will automatically kind of match up with what you've already done. Sort of. I'm explaining that in quite a ham-fisted way, but I think you get the general idea, and I think the overall effect isn't too bad either. So we'll do the same code from this one. That's at a bit of a wonky angle. I mean, there's not a lot I can do about that, but it just is. You appear to have given up on finishing this job and have switched to smoothing. Smoothing never lets me down. Any other questions? No. Get back to work, no. All right, hold on. I am doing. Give me just a tick just to make this happier. Right. Okay. So same kind of deal going on here. We want to try and sort of parallel the station. When you say sort of parallel, actually parallel. Okay. Right. I'm glad you cleared that up. We'll run this road a little bit further, and then I don't know, hook it up onto there. Too much curvature? There really isn't. There you go. Run that down there, and then you've got a bit of a connection going on there. Run this down here. What about that house? Which house? It would have been better if you'd clicked that right first time. Run this down here so you've got relative proximity to the bus station. That should all be within catchment. How about the other side? Is that all connected up cleanly? It is. In which case, it's now just a case of wingling some track connection. Okay, right, now then, let's take all of this back to the tunnel edge. Or about, actually that's fine. Now, I don't actually recall what I did at Hogsmeade. It's been a couple of days since I did it, and therefore can't remember. What I do know is that one of the platforms we're going to go have a look. I was going to try and do that on the... No, hold on. No, you're just going to confuse yourself. Go and find one that you haven't just monkeyed with. So where are we here? No, that's a good station. There we go. Gallifrey. Good old reliable Gallifrey. Right, so coming in from clockwise, you've got 2 finishing platforms, and then you've got 1 dumping out to continue that clockwise journey. That's easy enough to deal with. So coming in from clockwise, you get 2. And that's peeled off over here. Now, arguably, we could make that happen a little bit closer, because there's evidence of some queuing going on there. Yes. All right. So if we work that round there, then that's the innermost curve that we're going to need. Then we'll work up some more track and a bit more. There we go. Not entirely sure what I need any of this for, you understand. But it's happening, and one should get used to it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 active tracks, which is normal. Yeah, actually, you've changed nothing at all here. You've just built a normal station, but with 3 passing tracks, or theoretically space for 3 passing tracks. You're only going to need 2, and then that fixes your problem. So you haven't actually added any more platforms at all, which should make connecting all of this up an absolute breeze. Okay, if you say so. Yeah, there you go. That's the problem I had before. There, right there. That there is the problem I had before. I'm not having that problem this time because I've splashed out on a bit more space to play with. So these 2, very straightforward, go up there like so. Hooray for everything. And then as they continue round, there should be 2 tracks waiting for it. Yeah, there's the 4, here's the 2. Yeah, we're all good here. This is going to work, no sweat. Yeah, no, actually, genuinely easy. You were making a song and a dance about Precious Little there. So that's all going to work. And that, in effect, fixes this bottleneck. I do need to put that really big bridge back in. Yeah. Have I come up with an idea as to how I might go about accomplishing that? Not yet. All right. When are you planning on coming up with an idea that might accomplish that? Oh, give it a minute, and I'll have come up with something compelling. Right, you've got a bit of a 97 mile per hour corner there. Well, it's not even miles, that's kilometres. Yeah, I know, it could be worse, but it's not. So, celebrate good times and so on. Right, okay, and these 2, how have I got 4 here? Because you're connecting onto the wrong one. There you go, these 2 onto there. And then these two onto the next one. Hold everything. You're going to need a little bit more dense packing than that. All right, okay. Well, do your denseness then, man. Right, dense packing. There we go. By dense packing, what I mean is snapping all of these together so I can actually get a junction to work. Although, arguably, given that that's slowed down to 107, I'm not sure how I've managed to make quite such a mess of that. Because we're going to need something along those lines, and then a bit of a peel off. I think there would be the last time I would be comfortable peeling this off. 88, that's not brilliant. It's not brilliant, but it should be fine. I mean, it should work just fine, given that we're talking about, you know, trains coming in, trains coming out, and it's only platform 1 that we have to worry about here anyway. Sorry, beg your pardon, platform 7 that we have to worry about here. So if we do that there, and then we bring this over here like that, right? Double slip everything. That should just pan out. You have absolutely no idea, though, do you? No, I've got very little idea. Also, just feel like mentioning you've wrecked the tunnel. If I get rid of this, does it unwreck it? Or have you now perma-wrecked the tunnel? No, you've got a little bit of a landslip there, but it actually looks all right. Doesn't look like it's going to interfere too heavily with passing rail traffic. Give it another go. Try not to break the tunnel this time. Yes, Dad. Right, that's very slow. I don't know where we just created a 40. Oh, okay, we're putting this there. Can we just? Thank you. You appear to have missed a bit of track there as well. It'll be fine. Now, what I'm going to need to do once I've got this done is spend a minute or two fiddling. Well, yeah, fiddling will be involved, but primarily we'll be figuring out the signalling that is going to help this out the best. We could snap that side, I suppose. Doesn't this side feel better, though? It does feel a lot better. And given that you've got a corner coming up, you could probably go to about there and then run it up here. Yeah, you can do that, but it's not working. So come back the other way. You'll find it easier. All right, what have we got? 52, that's not brilliant. Okay. It is quite a sharp angle, so I don't think we're going to have much choice in that one. But there you go. That should just about sort it all out there. Right, double slips, double slips, double slips. Yeah. And we're good. Right, let's bang some signals in here. We'll put these in somewhat speculatively to start with. So if we go with one there and then one here. Yes. Do we want to put one there to stop it coming back out again? The entering exiting train would be the better one to stop, but I've found in the past actually that the system reacts a little bit better to the trains to the lines that are being crossed, being the ones that are disrupted. But I think you're still going to want one there. But there is a risk associated with that what it ends up doing is destroying the entire system, because when the train enters the station, is it going to treat this as an empty block? Shouldn't do. But, you know, you can say shouldn't do about a lot of things. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be the case. Right, let's we're gonna operate on a suck it and see on that one and see how we end up. Right, another 2, which would be 1, 2, and then another 2, 1, 2, and then what's that? Well, it's not platform 7. So what's going on here? Have I incorrectly wired up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's an extra track here. There shouldn't be 7 lines coming up and down here. There should be 6 at most. Now, obviously, back in the dim and distant history of the thing, I came up with a reason for that. Okay, so no, it's those 2. You've still got a 7th. All right, well, let's run the 7th into there and see what becomes of it. I wonder if that's for goods purposes. Maybe it's a goods station bypass. All right, so what we'll do is we'll run it round here, right, as mentioned. That shouldn't ever get used because that's the single track to get stuff, the reversing services working in the station. And then, is that on a corner? It is rather. And then we'll try a bit of triple junctioned. This is going to, if the AI has gone like, oh, I found a new and better way of doing things, it's going to break everything because it won't be a new and better way of doing things. What we need here is a bit of that and a bit of this. Go on, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Go on. Come on, you can make this. You can make this happen. It's not much that I'm asking for. It's obviously something that I'm asking. All right, let's make it shorter and see if that helps. Right. Because if I'm gonna cross over for a couple of tracks here, I might as well cross over for all of them. Yeah, you're not snapping onto anything, are you, Gov? All right, too much curvature. I don't believe that. Come on, you can do it. All right, what seems to be quite evident here is it can't do it. So what we'll do instead, I might be giving up prematurely there. I think we could probably make that work. So instead we'll go right up against the station and go to here. Yeah, to there. That's it. Yeah? Yes. And then just a simple short diamond on that. And then we'll do a second one that does this if it will allow it. Yeah, too much slope. It's because it's... Oh, because you're vacating the premises, that's why. Okay. In which case, looking at it from this angle, it's very obvious it was not going to work. Unless I work the shortest I can possibly get in the space. Which is... Gone there. Right. Okay. I think it might have been possible to do shorter still, but that feels pretty short. Too much slope. And there is too much slope because you've already started a change in elevation between those two lines there. It would be lovely to pull it off. Okay, right. What we'll do is we'll back that one up a bit. Right? Kill that. Kill this. And then we'll match the elevation of the two tracks next to it for a bit. Just enough to get that junction in. And then we'll see about hooking that one back up onto the line that it was on. I'm pretty sure that line only exists as a bypass route for trains that are not coming into the goods station. That said, I have very little confidence that that's actually accurate. That said, it doesn't even want to play the ball flipping game at all. Come on. Come on. You can do it. I've done one of these. I'm sure I've done one of these before. No. All right. Well, what now then? Well, now we're just going to point it the other way, right? We'll have this one run over onto that one. I know I took a section out there. Oh, flipping heck. Go on, stick that back in. You should be worth 300. You shouldn't be at 215. We'll sling that in there like that. We'll double slip it. It doesn't work both ways. It does work sort of one way. And then we'll just connect you back up onto the route that you were on before. I deleted that bit so I've got a bit more of a run up to make for an even curve. An even slope, I should say. Right, and then these four, they all plod along merrily onto here. There's some plodding merrily happening there. And there. This does not feel right. It doesn't, does it? It does feel a little bit odd. Alright, just take that as far as there. I think you want to, yeah, and then that as well, and then this, and then that. And then make a slightly more natural angle there that maintains a little bit more speed, maybe. Or at least builds a consistent kind of grade of curve. Okay, now then, that's everything. Is it? Yeah, that's everything hooked up. But we've got a couple of broken routes going on, which means that this seventh line isn't what I thought it was. It must mean that we've got, for some reason, two lines running down here. Okay, what have you done? Now, there we go. Look, so these two round the outside here, they're both goods lines. Yes. And then what's happening here? Why have you got 3 services now ending up in the station, and then no one is passing through the station now? Have you missed one? Is that it? Hold on, you've got these 2. These are both Terminators, right? And I don't mean that in a I'll be back kind of a fashion. I mean that in a routine kind of a way. Yeah, why are we running? What on earth have I done here? Hang on a sec. I'm going to fix this. There you go. There's the 4 lines that you're expecting. And they're all working absolutely fine. 3 services, 4 lines. We come around the corner here. And then the one that leaves is leaving. This cheeky green blighter has switched lines. Oh, you cheeky green blighter. Where are you? Is that, are we looking at New York Miranda there? Are we? No, we're not. That shouldn't come as a surprise since we're nowhere near either of those stations. Turn that on. Right. All right, who's green? Miranda Hogsmeade. Is that you? Could not connect all the stations. Okay, all right, we're on to something here. Right, you come round here. You've decided to take the inner curve, you lazy goit, before coming down here and then doing something miraculous. Going, no, I can't be bothered going Hogsmeade. No, I don't like Hogsmeade. Hogsmeade's rubbish. Yeah, you've decided that Mega City 1, Track 1, is where you want to be in life. Well, let me tell you, firstly, no. How about Mega City 1, Track 6? Okay, Track 6 does not align with Track 6 at Gallifrey, which it should have done. Oh, okay. What about Track 2? No, Track 2 shouldn't go through either. Track 3 you can have. Well, hold on. No. What did you just do? It's coming from Hogsmeade, you banana brain. Right, that one then, 4. There you go. Right, so that's now working apart from it's still trying to do that. So if we then go MCO 4, and then we go Gallifrey 4, and then we go Miranda 7 is fine. And then on the way back you go, that should be 5. No, it shouldn't. It should be 3. All right, that should work, but obviously doesn't. So we should stay on this track here. Hello, we're talking track problems here with Colonel Failure. Hello, Colonel. How's it going? Oh, hello. Good afternoon. Well, everything was working perfectly, but I appear to have confused myself a little bit. Well, that has been known to happen, hasn't it? Well, yes, it has, and I've really rather set my creator reputation based on these kinds of errors. Haven't you, though? Yes, I have. I just said that. And as a result, once in a while, you do have to unpick some of it. Okay, well, you've been a delight on... what do you mean? Is that my time up? Yeah, that should work. Why is it not working? Have I got some one-way signals? I bet I have. I bet I've got some one-way signals. Or at least some signals that are making life difficult for myself. Well, you've got some signals. Whether or not it's making... No, it shouldn't be making life difficult. You should be able to sail smooth... Well, no. You should be able to sail. Yes, that was the word that you started with there. Show me all of the lines using this again. Right, these two, both goods lines. These two, both goods lines. And then they become... One of them splits, has the option to be a goods line again. Whereas the other has all of a sudden become a passenger line. What did I do here? Why? And yes, what is the first question. And then secondly, why did I do it? What was I possibly... What did I... Why? This should be easy. It's these 4 tracks. These 4, no others. These 4 right here. The 4 on the end. Yeah. And it shouldn't do that. Alright, there is a solution to this. You ready? I think you know what it is. Right, there we go. Right, yeah. Eat this, you peasants. Right, okay. What I'd basically done is I duplicated the upstream downstream of the goods route to get through Megacity 1 for the trains that wanted to do that. And then what I didn't do, no, I know you did it all right, but you foxed yourself because you weren't expecting to see 6 lines. You keep pushing back because I'm going to need to do some science on there. Right, so these 2 on the end, they both need to go up the junction there, and then furthermore they need to come back from the junction. So if we now, it's rather unfortunate I've trapped this train in there. I wonder if I can push it in at the station. Then it'll be out of harm's way. Right, okay, now we can bulldoze everything. Because, you know, if it was worth doing once, friends, it's obviously worth doing more than once. Right, then we'll bulldoze all of this. Don't kill the station. It'll give me a warning. Right, there you go. Now you're talking. Now we can get something done up in here. Right. Okay, now then, here's the scheme. We're going to run this one. What it was doing before was really nice. I liked that a lot. The fact that we had this kind of this inset kind of an idea. You're going to want to increase the angle there just a little bit. Decrease the angle. You're going to want the angle here, right? And then we're going to run this around there like that. Okay, and then you do the next one. Is going to run around the inside of that. Yeah, snap some of it now. There you go. I hope I've left enough space for the rest of you. But if not, don't worry. Adapting and overcoming is kind of our thing here. Right, so that does that, which then leads to this lot. I'm going to need to knock that back a bit further, I think. And if we come from this side, we might have a better time of it. So that one goes off like this. Go on, no, like that. Just to about there. No, keep it going. Keep it going. Yeah, I see. Terrain alignment collision was something that I kind of anticipated. So if you anticipated it, you've got a solution. Yeah, I mean, solution's a very big word. It shouldn't be used willy-nilly. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, and then it will hook round onto there. You get a bit of a swan neck go on there, but it does still work. But we're only going to accept, but we're only going to accept it if this one then goes up the inside without it causing a fuss. See, that was never going to work. All right, okay. So what? We're going to try it the other way. We're going to try it the other way. All right, get rid of that. Okay, try it the other way. That's going to go up there to this. Don't even want to delete that back and fix that bit of ugly that you made. Nah, it's okay. It's okay. You sure? Yeah, it's fine. I think I might have got it beforehand. All right, if you say so. Then that one runs up here like this. Yeah. Okay. All right, and then that's that fixed. Okay, good. Well done. Now you run this one up the inside to connect up to 2 that come and do the hokey cokey over here. All right. You can block this one because you don't need it. All right. We'll start with this side and then do something along those lines. All right. That seems to have worked. How ugly is that? Oh, it's monstrous. Oh, you've created something truly evil. Take it away, lest it breeds. Okay, all right, okay. So how are you going to do that then? Well, we'll go over on the flat, all right, and then maybe it won't be quite as unappealing. Would Sir like to place a wager on that statement? Well, I'm not wrong. It's not quite as unappealing. No, you're right. No, it's definitely not quite as unappealing. Is it still unappealing, though? Oh, yeah. Oh, you betcha. Well unappealing, that one. All right. What's the other solution? Well, you make this first section a bit flatter. Push that train back again. Are we deleting this bit again? Well, it would seem to be, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it seem that we were doing that? Right, keep that flat for a bit. Yeah. Obviously that comes alongside. I'm not going to delete that again. We're We'll settle for that now. Really? You're not going to delete that bit again? No, I'm not. No, I've committed to it now. I'm married to that bit of track. We're very happy together. Here we go again. This time, it's going to be great. All right. So you're going to go for a slightly sharper angle. Yeah, because I think it might lead to a less hideous junction. Well, it has done that. And then we'll get rid of the little bit off the end of it. He holds shift, he holds control shift, and yet there is no reduction there. Ah, except. Right, now if I can grab that and it doesn't tell me that I've got a duplicate segment or some other stupidity. No, sir, I think you ordered the stupidity. Well, that's most unfortunate. All right, and again, why have you got that enabled? Is that helping you? No, it's not. Well, turn it off then, it's ugly. Go on, get around that. Get around. Get in. Oh, what if we take it all the way over there? Well, that's never going to work. Shut up. Just to... No. I know you're only trying to help, but you know what you're not doing is helping. Just do something. Just... All right, how ugly is that? It's not brilliant, but what it is functioning. Right, how does that look? Not brilliant, but again, it's functioning. All right, and then the reason I've bothered with that is because I've got a pretty good confidence that that's just going to work, and of course it flipping isn't. Oh, will you just behave? There's not too much curvature. Of all the things that there are here, too much curvature is really not one of them. Let's give you a little bit of an incentive there to not be such a pansy. No, you're a total pansy. All right, okay, go on. There you go. Right, Garrett, you didn't need to kill that bit, but it was a casualty of heinousness. Right, once more, go from here, just come round here, just get it, do it like that. How horrible is that? It's not. Okay, well then you've got 79 out of that one. Yeah, but I don't want it there. I want it to just ease that way a little bit. Well, you're not going to allow, you're not having it to ease anywhere. You either accept it, kind of snap like that, and then you hook up along those lines. I'll give you a little bit more play space there. Let's try that. There you go. 84's not horrible. It's not good, though, is it? Stop complaining. If this works, then you're going to accept it. All right. It's going to tell me there's too much curvature or too much slope or a terrain alignment collision. I hadn't expected a null segment. How dramatic. There you go. What have we got there? All right, it's allowed it. Okay. This is the easy bit. It's not. This is the difficult bit. The easy bit's coming up second. You just like saying this is the easy bit when you've made a song and a dance about something that is relatively straightforward. Right, okay, there you go. That's that. I hope I've left enough space. If not, your housemate. Sorry. Right, we'll follow this around to about here. Yeah. Track 2, round to there. Yeah. Track 3, round to there, yeah. And then the last track here, round to about there, yeah. Do you hear the bulldozers coming? And then we'll run this one out to, oh, not there. Well, you just get out of the way. You're not helping matters. You're or yourself or me. You know what we're not going to get to? You're not going to build any oil tracks today, are you? No, we're not. This is taking quite a bit longer than I anticipated. We will try and do something else dramatic before we wrap it up, though. Well, what have you got in mind as far as dramatic is concerned? Well, how about this working? Ooh, be still my beating. Don't even go there, man. All right, hello. We're back in business, look. Right, good. That's that sorted. Now we just need these two to turn into one to merge onto there, and then everything is golden. Right. Well, you're going to want to adjust that then, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Right. This is what comes from having a couple of billion in the bank is you've got less than a couple of billion, you've spent some of it. Well, this is what comes from having some cash in the bank is you keep... Why are you construction not possibling me? Would you like me to demonstrate how construction very much is possible? Because I will. In fact, I just did. Give me that. There you go. Right, you get round here. No, just... Look, you're currently in a snapped position, right? It's not too much of an ask for you to remain snapped for the remainder of your journey, is it? No, I don't want to. I'm a free spirit. You're not a free spirit. You're a pain in the bum. Right. Get out of there. Yeah. Get rid of that. Right. Now then, if I deal with this one here, and we take you out to there, yes, we lose a little bit of speed. If I then do this one round here, it's because I suspect that the track distance that we've got between these two and these three down here aren't exactly right. So it gets a little bit confused, going, I don't know which one I want to snap to. It's the classic story of the dog that is attracted to one owner rather than the other because one owner has a pocket full of bacon. Anyway, right, now then, pull that off here and come around onto something along those lines. Something like that. Something like that, yes. And then from about here, we'll pull that there. There you go, 2 platforms at the end. That's not clever, that one, but it's going to accomplish what we need it to. All right, double slip. Right. Now only 2 broken routes, friends. Right, let's check this first one and make sure that's working. It's Hogs. Yep, coming out this way. Given that I have built this station, I think 15 times... I don't mean Mega City 1, I mean this station layout. Given that I've done that 15 times, you would think that I could do it first time every time now. You would also expect that I wouldn't make an entire ruddy episode out of me fighting it. But I am aware, because some of you have told me, that actually me complaining to myself makes for quite entertaining viewing. Now, I'm no accountant for taste. I'm not entirely sure taste accountants exist, but I'm not one anyway. So, you know, you're on your own there. All right. Yeah. You know, you're putting in signals that if you ever decide to actually do double up, double down, are entirely going to be replaced. Yes, I'm aware of this. Okay, now then. Oh, hello, autosave. It's about time you showed up. To be honest, I've done all the high-risk stuff already, and what the purpose you're really serving there is just a bit of an extra belt and braces insurance policy. But jolly good show nonetheless. Right, we'll stick that signal there. In fact, we'll stick this whole signal bank. Where are you going with that? I'm going to put it here. All right. Stick it all up there. You're miles clear of the junction. If you need any closer, you can sort that out in a minute. Right, okay, who's still broken, and why won't you leave me alone? Okay, so turquoise. You're supposed to be Mos Eisley to MCO. Okay, well, this is MCO, so you've arrived. Well done. And then this dark blue is Gallifrey to Asgard. Hello, you're an idiot. I am a bit stupid, sir. Yes, you are. Right, okay, you come out of Gallifrey. Yeah, Mega City 1, you can have whatever line you like. I'm going to give you 5. No, here you go. 5. There you go. And then Hogsmeade signal 5. Let's get rid of that. We're going to remove those signals for the time being, just in case we don't need them. 5-5 up to Asgard 1, comes back Hogsmeade 6, Mega City 1 6. That's what you should be doing. And you should now be deliriously happy. Are you, though? We're going to check it all the way to the destination. What's this red number doing? And why does it disappear? I would imagine that's the next one that's broken. MCO Sherma. Yeah, okay, you're broken as well. Well, that's okay. I can fix that. Right. Yeah, blue line. Look, blue line. Being an idiot. Idiotic blue line. What are you doing, line? No, no, no. Actually, is it? Yes, it is. Being stupid. And that's why you had the signals in there, because it's trying to cut the corner. Stop trying to cut the corner. You've clearly done this before, which is why I had to put signals on there in the first place. So coming out of Hogsmeade, going towards Asgard, we need another stop, and that is going to be this signal right here. Very good. And then coming back the other way from Asgard to Hogsmeade, you need this signal right here. Stop switching lines unnecessarily. Right? Going through a set of points should be the last thing you ever want to do. But you will if forced to. I think that's now working. Right, let's talk to Mr. Red here. MCO Shermer. It's going from Shermer, gets as far as Hogsmeade, loses its mind. Okay, well, this shouldn't be too difficult. Right, coming out of there. It's going to be the platform at MCO that's causing it some strife. Once again, we've got signals on there. We'll get rid of those. We may need to replace those later on. Anyway, Asgard 4, Hogsmeade 4, Mega City 1. Is that still 1? Yes, it is. You shouldn't be doing 1, though, should you? This turquoise one shouldn't be doing 1. That should be doing 7. No. This one should be doing 7. Okay, right. Not 1. 7. 7. There you go. That's it. That's got you. Do you want to run up that way? Yeah, I think you do. Okay. Are you doing anything stupid? I have to... But why? Oh, I know why. No, you don't. You think you know why, but you're wrong. No. Hogsmeade 4 is not Hogsmeade 4 anymore. Hogsmeade, that's now Hogsmeade 6. Okay, which means that that coming back, you want Hogsmeade 7 or 5? 5, I think. There you go. And now we've got nothing running up there. And that's not perfect either. You shouldn't need to run everything up the central gusset there. You should be... Where's Pink gone? No, Pink's left the building. Right. Well, who am I missing from here? There should be another service here. That's fine. That's fine. Green's doing Green's work. No, that finishes in Hogs. Who else have we got here? Talk to me. Atlantis Hogs is a Hogs. That's a Hogs. This is a Gallifrey Asgard. Right. Talk to me. That's blue. Right. Okay. Blue's doing fine. Hogs Pleasant View. That's fine. MCO Sherm. That's fine. Miranda Hogs. There should be another passing service here. Don't 3 services pass through, or do only 2? Well, anyway, we've largely got that all set up, and this will start flashing in the likely occurrence that I've got something very wrong. Oh, what's this red line flipping Burke doing? Okay, right, we'll change the red line, idiot, then. Right, so let's change you to Hogs 4. Yeah. And then let's change you to Hogs 3. Yeah. Right, and then let's see if you can hold that coming out the other side of... No, of course you can't. All right, and then you go to MCO 7. So you are going to need a signal waypoint. So coming from Hogs towards MCO, you're going to want this one. And then from MCO towards Hogs, you're going to want this one. And then, maybe, you'll stop acting like a complete Burke and something's broken. Hello there, something that's broken. Right, where are you going? Ah, now, this is the first time this has happened, right? We've not had this before, where this jolly fellow here, who's trying to get onto his new line, has encountered a train who goes, I think you'll find you're on the wrong side of the track. He goes, oh, very sorry, Governor, I'll turn around. Yeah, damn right you will. Don't know where it's going. It's going to Pseudopolis Mainline, which I'm not joking, is a very, very long way away from here. I don't even know how this train managed to end up on there. I'm very surprised to see it. Well, arguably not quite as surprised as the passenger car was there. Yeah, let's follow Captain Wisdom Pants here and see where he's going, because something ain't quite right. Right, okay, no, that's going to wrap it up for today. General progress. Next time, oil, guaranteed. It's happening. Oil is happening. We're doing oil. It's happening. And I hope to see you there for that. So if you've not subscribed already, it would be jolly decent of you if you were to do so. And I hope to see you in the next episode. Fling a like at this one if you enjoyed it. Now where are you going? Well, you are now on the right side of the track. That's a start. So you're not going to break anything else. Give it time. I've been Colonel Failure. Fling a like at this. I'll catch up with you very soon. Thanks for watching. Cheerio! Now then, friends, a couple of you have been saying to me, why don't you go pick up all of those cargo items that are currently waiting to be picked up? It's not an unreasonable thing to suggest. The problem is that because all of the trains doing the main line are going in one direction only, I'm doing a circle here for you, are doing one way only, and then you've got others that go the other way, is that sometimes there are stations where you neither pick anything up or drop anything off. And that's costly. So the cost of operating a single train, we've yet to get one that makes a consistent profit year in, year out. I maybe need to tweak my system a little bit to make that work. But we're not doing point-to-point services. Anyway, more trains will be added to the main line over time, which should lead to some very lovely congestion there. Anyway, you're going to want to stick around for that, so subscribe if you haven't done so already, because that's worth a thing to do today, I reckon.